Every time it comes back, the pressure builds. The same priority, another meeting, another recap, another push, still not moving. If you've led a team for any length of time, you know this pattern. You addressed it, the team discussed it, someone sent the recap, everyone seemed to understand what needed to happen, and then 2 weeks later, there it is again. Back in a Slack thread, back in a founder check-in, back in a leadership meeting, back in a follow-up conversation that feels strangely familiar. Most leaders respond by adding more attention. Another meeting, a tighter deadline, a stronger push, a clearer follow-up, and sometimes that helps, but not always, because more attention is not the same thing as closure. Sometimes a priority keeps coming back because the decision underneath it never fully closed. The room moved on, the priority didn't. That is what I call a decision echo. A recurring priority is often the system echoing an unfinished decision, and that changes how you respond. Because if you treat every resurfacing priority as an urgency problem, you'll keep adding pressure. But if the real issue is an unfinished decision, pressure just makes the echo louder. The same conversation keeps coming back in a new format. The same uncertainty shows up with a different label. The same hesitation gets dressed up as another update. And now the team is not just dealing with the priority. They're dealing with the pressure that has built around it. That pressure matters because every time a decision comes back without a clear reason, confidence drops a little. People start to wonder whether decisions actually hold here. They start hedging. They wait for the next meeting. They hold back resources. They avoid owning the call too firmly because they've learned the decision might reopen anyway. That's where momentum gets quietly expensive. Not because people are lazy, not because they don't care, but because acting on the decision no longer feels safer than waiting it out. That is the real cost of a decision echo. So before you schedule another meeting on the same priority, pause for a second. Don't start with, how do we create more urgency? Start with, what decision is underneath this? That question changes the room, because the recurring priority is giving you information. It may be telling you the decision had no clear owner. It may be telling you the trade-off was never named out loud. It may be telling you the team does not trust the call will stand once discomfort shows up. It may be telling you authority never really transferred. The work was discussed, but nobody could confidently carry the decision forward without reassembling the room. That is not a follow-up problem. That is a closure problem. A useful test is this. Can the team act without coming back to the room? If they still need clarification on who owns the call, the decision is still open. If they still need clarification on what gets deprioritized, the decision is still open. If they still need clarification on what would justify changing course, the decision is still open. It doesn't matter how many times it has been discussed. It doesn't matter how clean the recap looked. If the team can't move without reopening the conversation, the decision probably never fully closed. And there's another pressure test that shows up fast. The first wobble after the decision. Someone gets uncomfortable. A customer pushes back. A stakeholder asks for an exception. A founder casually questions the direction. A team member asks whether the old timeline still holds. That moment teaches the team what the decision really meant. If the leader jumps back in and reopens the call every time discomfort appears, people learn to wait. They learn that hesitation is safer than ownership. They learn that the decision is only final until the next uncomfortable moment. But if the decision is allowed to hold and the trade-off is clear, the team starts to trust it. Not because the decision is perfect, because the rules are clear. New evidence? Maybe we reopen it. Same discomfort in a different form? We keep moving. That little distinction protects momentum. So when a priority comes back for the second time, don't treat it as just another update. Treat it as evidence. Ask, when did this priority first resurface? In what format did it return? Was it a Slack thread? A meeting? A check-in? A side conversation? Has anyone named the trade-off this priority actually requires? Or did the room just agree on the label? Does one person own the call now? And does the team believe the decision will stand, or are they already bracing for it to reopen? Those questions help you find what never closed. And once you find it, the move is usually simpler than another round of urgency. Name the missing decision. Put one person in the chair to make or hold the call. Make the trade-off explicit. Clarify what would reopen it. Then make sure the team knows what changed and can move without pulling everyone back into the room. That is how you quiet the echo, not by pushing harder on the priority, by closing the decision underneath it. Because more pressure will not fix an unfinished decision. It will just keep coming back in a different format. That is exactly what the Hidden Drag Diagnostic was built for. It helps you spot where decisions, ownership, alignment, structure, and unresolved trade-offs are creating drag behind stuck priorities. It takes about 7 to 10 minutes, and you'll find the link in the description. And if this is happening inside your leadership team, where the same priority keeps resurfacing no matter how many times you discuss it, connect with me. I help founder-led teams find the hidden drag underneath those patterns and close the decisions that keep coming back. If this was useful, subscribe for more practical thinking on decision velocity, hidden drag, and how leadership teams get unstuck. Share it with someone whose team keeps having the same conversation in a different format. And follow along for more. My name is Warren Wanowski. Thanks for watching.